In all aspects of life for me, music is a big deal. I listen to music when I work out, I listen to music when I cube, I listen to music when I go for a walk or a run, or I'm outside playing sports, pretty much everything. So why would that not affect how I cube, depending on what kind of music I listen to? So does listening to lo-fi make me faster, or does listening to like heavy metal make me faster? I think we're gonna find out today. Okay, so my first test, I'm gonna go control with no music. I'm gonna do 10 solves with no music, average it out, and see what I get. Okay, warm-up solve is in, I feel pretty good. We're going to try to get a good solve, and hopefully it'll be alright. One thing I noticed right away, even just after the first solve, is I start talking to myself and distracting myself, and then I start looking around the room for some reason, even if it's like a quick glance up from the cube. So I'm like losing focus when I do that, so I don't know if that's just me, or if everyone does that. But I guess we'll find out. 9 more solves to go right here, and then we'll move on to music. .5. One super annoying thing about being left-handed is I get pen all over my hand. I start writing and I drag my hand through the ink, so it just gets ink marks all over the place. Comment down below if you're left-handed. Nice. Okay. After 10 solves with no music, my best time was a 19.13. I got a 20.56 and a 20.89. So my average of 5, or my average of 10, is a 23.64 with no music. Okay, so next we're gonna hop into lo-fi and see if that helps. So let me go ahead, load up my Spotify and find some lo-fi beats just to jam out to listen to this Spotify playlist right here. I won't be able to play any of it because it's all copyrighted, unfortunately, but I'll be listening to it, and y'all can trust me on that, and I'll play some other background music for you. I'll try to find something similar, but copyright-free music's kind of hard to come by these days. Okay, so right away, first solve was a 20. That's pretty solid. I also want to mention my brain might have bias. I don't know if that's possible, but I typically only listen to lo-fi when I'm solving. So all of my records and stuff have been set while listening to lo-fi. So it'd be interesting to see if lo-fi is my best average, because that's what my brain is used to. Just a side note to think about. Okay, 10 solves later, I have successfully solved 10 times My best solve out of those was an 18.2, which is pretty good. And then I had a 20.78, and then I had a 21.41, which was my best times out of those solves. I had one solve where I was kind of sideways like this, but I still count it as a quote solved cube just for the purpose of this video. I know it's technically not, but I mean it's close enough just for this purpose of the research of this video. Okay, so our average of 10 for those solves was a 22.49, which is better than no music by almost a full second, which is actually kind of interesting. I do feel like that helps me focus, and that's just me personally. We both, although we did have two sub 20s in both, we had a 19 in the first one and an 18 in the second one, which was helpful. And then in the lo-fi, I had fairly all low solves, whereas in the no music I had a couple 27s and a 26, and in lo-fi I had the highest solve I had was 24. So my lo-fi solves were all very compact into 24 to 18 time, and then the no music was from all the way from 19 all the way to 27. It was a lot more inconsistent. Okay, so next up I'm going to move on to pop music. I'm going to be playing some stuff, you know, like Justin Bieber's Stay and stuff like that, where it's kind of like in pop, upbeat kind of music, and see how that helps and see if it changes anything at all. Okay, so I did 10 solves, and this one was definitely the worst, like by far. My best solve was a 17.7, which is definitely the best out of all of them so far. But I also had a 29, and I averaged like 28, 29, 27 throughout the entirety of the solve. It was super inconsistent. My 10 solves were a 22, 24, 22, 26, 29, 28, 17, 27, 25, and 23. Out of those 10, the average was a 25.15, which is definitely the worst that we've done so far. But again, not terribly off the normal average of like 21 if I'm getting a good solid solve the entire time. But what I find super interesting is that it's so inconsistent. Like I'm getting 29s and I'm getting 28s, and then I get a 17 the next solve. And I don't know if I could really feel anything during the solve, feel anything different, but like just my headspace is probably different because I'm listening to the music. I know the words to the song. I'm kind of humming the words to the songs that are playing because they're so popular, and maybe that's distracting me. I think that's what's happening. It's kind of interesting and very cool to think about it that way, that this is changing based off the music that's playing. Okay, so next I'm going to be doing rock music. I can't get myself to listen to country music. I'm sorry for those that do. But I'm going to do rock and see how that averages out, and then we're going to kind of overall get my feels and thoughts about the whole entirety of the video. insane. So my best two times were a 17.13, a 17.29, and an 18.83, which is really good for me because my averages now are not consistently sub 20, so that's like a definitely like really good for me. And then my best out of all four was rock music, specifically Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer, for some reason, was my best average of 10 with a 20.66 average of 10, with my top three solves being a 17, 17, 18. And then my next two solves was a 19 and a 19. So out of 10 solves, 5 of them were sub 20, and that didn't happen in any other category except for rock. I only got one sub 20 in all the other three. So I got 119, 118, 117, and then in rock I got 5 sub 20s. So I don't know if this means anything to any of you, but it was a really cool experiment for me. So now I know if I want to try to hit a PB, listen to Bon Jovi, listen to rock music. Now this doesn't mean it's going to work for you instantly, guaranteed. Everyone's different. So try it out for yourself. Listen to no music, listen to lo-fi, listen to some pop, listen to some rock, listen to some heavy metal or something. I think that'd be kind of cool. Yeah. I did 40 solves for this video, so if you guys wouldn't mind leaving a like, commenting down below what music was your fastest, that would be really cool. Kind of do an experiment in the comment section. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. I'll see you guys next Saturday. Make sure to subscribe to Alone Gravy, my gaming channel. That would mean a lot, trying to get some subscribers up there. Once we get 1,000, I'll be doing a cool giveaway, so go check it out. But yeah, anyway, I'll see you guys next week. Peace out.